Grove as we get ready for your Pleasant Grove Hawks to take on the Daingerfield Tigers. All of you joining us on Texarkana Game Day. If you're joining us from out of town, if you're joining us from far away, fantastic. Thanks for watching. If you're joining us from Texarkana, get in the car and get out here because this is an exciting atmosphere for football, Jay Davis.
Well, we just got through watching the first video off the Jumbotron, and it is going to be amazing just seeing the technology that is around this stadium now, and I'm excited to see the first touchdown being scored as we will see a little show by the lights that we have around the stadium. And so for those of you that have not seen this stadium.
Test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
So much that has been added, and just a phenomenal atmosphere.
Test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
Exciting night. We've got a capacity crowd here.
Test.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor our great country with the play.
Homecoming queen for the year. Jayla is a member of the Hawk Cheerleaders, also on the flag line with the band, and just a fantastic young lady. And now we're going to take you to the national anthem. Job by the Hawk Band on the national anthem. Jay, the Hawks come out week one. We head down to Atlanta. Got a win down there last week. Kind of stumped our toe down there in Paris. Had a few issues on offense. Come out in a 7-0 deficit there to lose that game and come 1-1. And so tonight here in front of a homecoming crowd, we're looking to get this thing back rolling. What are some of your keys for tonight's game?
Well, I think the key is going to be what are we going to see out of the offense. One of the things that's going to be impressive to watch is we are making a complete spin on what we're doing with our offense. Yep. You know, we came out running the wing tee. The coaches implemented over a 3-day period a brand new spread offense.
Yep.
And so talking to the coaching staff, the focus that this team had not only on the field with practice, but they said that it was the best week of school as far as just dealing with grades, dealing with discipline, dealing with everything. And there was a new energy in that locker room, and sometimes those early losses can do that to a team.
Yeah, and you're going to play teams every week that are good. Atlanta came out. They expected to have a big, high offense. We saw our defense do some good things against them. Paris, always a good team, had a lot of folks back, and that was a defensive battle that really just came down to, an interception at untimely time. Daingerfield, they're coming in 0-2, but this team was ranked number 2 as we started the year. And so some good competition here to start the season. The Hawks will start on offense after winning the toss. And now Quinn Stanfield is going to get this crowd fired up in the way that only he can. But I'm really excited to see what this offense can do. Really excited to see Jared Halter and his control there. And then one thing that this spread does is just gives him a little bit more room to be able to move around and do some stuff. And it also puts some more of your playmakers out there and put some of those guys in space. So I'm expected to see how that goes. What about this Daingerfield Tiger team? What are some of the things you think we can expect to see from them?
Well, Daingerfield's got a very, very good quarterback in Chase Johnson. He's a dual-threat quarterback. He's going to run. He's going to throw, and he's got some skill players behind him. Ashton Williams, running back, powerful runner who can break tackles and gain tough yards. And then Kenny Mosley, he's going to be the wide receiver that this defense is going to have to shut down tonight. I think if you shut down Kenny Mosley, you shut down their offense. But he's the most versatile playmaker on their team, and he's going to be playing both ways all night. So it's going to come down to, we're playing a smaller school. A lot of their players are going to be asked to be playing both ways tonight. So that third and fourth quarter, the depth of Pleasant Grove is probably going to start showing itself.
Yeah, and that's really one of the things that I'm interested in seeing as we get this thing going. And so the Tigers do have this thing teed up, and we're about ready to get this thing going.
Well, number 17, Eric Balestros, is going to be putting the ball into play, and it is a fake quick kick, but the Daingerfield Tigers do get back into their regular kickoff formation. And we're going to have a pooch kick. Lance Jackson, is going to call a fair catch there, so Pleasant Grove is going to start in relatively good field condition. And Jarrett Halter is going to be bringing on a new offense for those that have been watching Pleasant Grove play the previous two games.
And so we're excited to see what happens with that. And right now, you're up on our video board. We've got the offensive guys introducing themselves. And so good to see that. The Hawks will start here on our own 25-yard line against this secondary. The defensive coordinator for the Tigers, a familiar face to Pleasant Grove folks, Steve Wells, who was at Liberty ILO for quite some time, and over here when Josh first came over here, and those two guys got to know each other pretty well. Halter now back in the gun, fakes the handoff. He wants to throw, looking down the field. Fires, caught. We've got an early pass here, and it is complete to Roland Ritchie, just a crossing path. They're about 15 yards down the field. It'll be a first down and 10, and the Hawks are quickly back to the line now using some tempo. Two on the right side, one to the left side. This snap over Halter's head, and he's just able to get back on it and be down back there. Heads up play there by Halter. Don't try to pick it up and do too much there. But a little miscue there from the center, and that'll put the Hawks back near the original line of scrimmage, actually inside the 25 to the 23.
Yeah, some early miscues I think would be expected with a change in offense.
Tempo again. This time Halter pulls it down, doesn't have anywhere to go. He's going to use his feet. It's his helmet pulled off here, which means Walker Wright's going to have to come in for at least one play there on offense. Halter got across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Well, Walker Wright is one of those skill players that's being added to this offense since it's going to the spread. So it's not that he's going to go into the game. He's just going to switch
he was out at receiver. Preston Nicholson comes in for him in that spot. So now Walker Wright is back at quarterback. He's going to have Nick Bells to his left. Lance Jackson in the slot on the right side. Wright fakes the handoff, throws. This time it's caught. This is Spencer Browning from the left receiver position. He gets it up across the 30 to the 32-yard line. But it's going to bring up fourth down, and so that miscue on first down with the snap over the head just put the Hawks a little bit too far behind the chains, and Pleasant Grove will be forced to punt. Number 33, Landon West, set to do the punting duties for the Hawks.
Yeah, Daingerfield has two punt returners back.
West had a hard time handling that, but did get it up, and a fair catch by the deep man for Daingerfield, and so now the Hawk defense will make their way out here on the field. And Daingerfield will have it first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, Rain Wallace was able to make a good catch there with Jace Elrod just waiting for the opportunity to take that ball should that have been placed on the turf. But first look at the defense. They have not allowed an offensive touchdown so far this season, and just been impressive in most series that we've seen. Have that bend, don't break mentality once they get within about the 30-yard line. So I expect to see a lot of penetration by this defensive line of the Pleasant Grove Hawks against these Daingerfield Tigers tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I want to see from those guys up front, to kind of keep that going. Two receivers split to each side. Quarterback with a hard count wants to throw, and maybe on that hard count got his own guys moving around just a little bit. I need Daingerfield to put some numbers on the sides of their sleeves if they're going to wear these jerseys like this. But a false start will put the Tigers now back behind the sticks. First down and 15. Moves them back to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Chase Johnson had more than 30 passing TDs last year and is yet to throw his first one of the season this year.
Johnson in an empty backfield, 3 to his left, 2 on the right. Now we got another flag. And looks like all right, so false start, and you can hear the referee coming on for us there and getting his microphone adjusted. That's a new addition to what we got going on here too. So now it'll be 1st and 20 as it moves the Tigers back to the 26-yard line. We've yet to see them attempt to play, still with an empty set for Chase Johnson in the backfield. The senior quarterback looks into the Hawk defense, looks to his left, wanting to throw. Has a man in his face, and he's going to be bottled up. The ball's on the ground, and the Hawks have it. B.J. knocked the ball out. The Hawks fall on top of it. Buck Anderson comes up from the linebacker position, and now the Hawks are in business inside the 25-yard line at the 24.
Yeah, I believe both sides of the defensive line of the Hawks basically did a twist and just collapsed that on the quarterback. And BJ there just able to rip that ball out. Buck Anderson there to be at the right place at the right time. Hawks have tremendous field position here as they are on the Daingerfield side of the ball.
So now Jared Halter leads them, single man in the backfield. 3 on the right side, 1 on the left. Hands the ball off. Nick Bells. Bells looking for some room. Runs into some would-be tacklers after a short gain. Might have got 2 on the play. Bring up 2nd and about 8 for the Hawks.
Yeah, number 16, Sage Blackburn, grabbed those ankles quickly, and Daingerfield had a few more players to help stop him and just keep him to a very, very short gain.
There's not a lot of holes up there in the front for Bells to choose from. Now they even out the formation with 2 receivers to each side. Bells still the tailback in the backfield with Halter. Fake to him. Halter wants to throw. Caught. Roland Ritchie tries to pick up a block. Ritchie, it's back to the line of scrimmage. May have picked up half a yard or so. Play took just a second to get started, and it looked like it gave Daingerfield some time to get over there.
Yeah, Roland Ritchie is one of the speedsters that Pleasant Grove has, and you definitely want to get him the ball as much as you can.
3rd down and 8 to go now. 2 on the right side, 1 to the left. Nick Bells looking for some room in the middle. Nick Bells, a good run between the tackles, keeps his feet driving. And I tell you what, that last 3 or 4 yards is just strength from Nick Bells. Never stopped his feet. And he turned what would have been a 4th down into a 1st down, and the Hawks are still in business inside the 15 to the 13.
Yeah, Jacaden Baxter just hanging on to keep him from getting into the end zone for the Tigers.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Now we got an H-back. Handing the ball off this time to number 23, Brody Watts. He was following the fullback H-back into the hole there and just got caught up from behind, slowed down right near the line of scrimmage. Got about 2 yards there worth of forward progress, rather. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Tamar Palmer there to help stand up Brody to keep him to a very short gain.
Now Lance Jackson coming in at the tight end H-back position. 2 to the right, 1 left. Hand the ball off to Nick Bells again, looking for some room around the right side. And again, just took a little bit too much time to get around the corner and was able to be caught from behind by one of the down linemen.
Yeah, Nick Wallace making a good drive through that offensive line and able to make that stop for the Daingerfield Tigers.
So now the Hawks look over to the sideline to get the call from the coaches. 3rd down and 8 to go. The ball at the 10-yard line. Certainly 4-down territory here for the Hawks, but we'd like to see if we can do something here. Spencer Browning and Roland Ritchie out to the left. Hand the ball off to Bells again. Nick Bells dives into the center of the formation, gets down to the 7, and it's going to be 4th down and 3 for the Hawks.
It looks like Jay Rich just came into the offensive formation, and he was electric at the end of the game against Paris.
I think Jamarian Richardson probably had everybody in the stadium thinking something special might happen at the end of that last game. And this pass from Halter is going to be incomplete, nearly intercepted. Got to telegraph that one just a little bit across the middle. Goes incomplete. And so the ball goes over on downs to the Tigers. And so the Hawks will once again be on defense. This time, though, Daingerfield pinned back inside their own 10, down around the 7.
Yeah, Kenny Mosley there with some incredible coverage on the Hawks, and was very, very close to being able to bring that ball in, and that he would have been off to the races.
So 6:13 in the first quarter. We've traded some offensive drives so far. And now the Hawks defense back out there one again is Chase Johnson and company. Bring the Tiger offense out here on the field. This time they have everybody in tight, one receiver wide to the right side, and it looks like they may be missing a guy. They're calling for somebody to come in from the sideline. And there are 5 seconds on the play clock. We'll see if they can get this thing snapped off, and they have to call a timeout. So Daingerfield calls a timeout. They want to talk about it. We'll take one with them. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure.
Well, we are back where Pleasant Grove has Daingerfield pinned down on their own 7-yard line. Let's see what type of offense Chase Johnson can get these Tigers moving with.
Handoff, first run of the play we see from the Tigers, and the Hawks just read it well. Jace Elrod was the second man out there. The first man over there for the Hawks is number 33, Landon West. And I tell you, they had Ashton Williams bottled up before he could make the corner. No gain on the play, second down and 10.
Well, Buck Anderson did a great job forcing that to the outside, just not leaving anything as far as the hole that the line did open up for their running back.
Second down. Actually, he's going to lose a couple on that play. Easy for me to say. Second down and 11 to go. So Johnson, make sure his offense knows the plays. They have everybody in tight, just trying to give max protection. Little shovel pass. This is Rain Wallace. He's going to have a decent amount of room around the right side. He's going to have enough for the first down, brought down at the 20-yard line before James Solomon comes over from the strong safety position to pull him down from the Hawks. But it does get the Tigers out of the shadow of their own end zone. Gives them first and 10 at their own 21.
Yeah, that gives Solomon his 5th solo tackle for the season. He's now sitting at 11 tackles coming from that safety position. And he has been a good addition to the offense, or to the defensive backfield this year.
First and 10 Tigers, this time a 20 personnel, 2 backs in the backfield on either side of Johnson. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Looks to the sideline, little handoff coming left, and Ashton Williams, he's going to pick up a good head of steam, get across midfield deep into Hawk territory down inside the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Seth Gunlock there chasing him down, and man, the speed that we just saw from Ashton Williams pretty impressive. He's got a little cut that he's got, and he can hit that top speed pretty quick from that cut.
Yeah, once he turned north to south, he turned on the jets there, and he was certainly a big part of this team last year in their run that they had as a sophomore last year. 2 to the right, 1 to the left side. This time 14 on the carry. That's Tamar Palmer. He's going to pick up maybe a yard on the play. Did a good job to keep that thing from being negative yardage. Jace Elrod finally able to bring him down, but Palmer did a good job just to try to lean forward and make something out of a play that was blown up in the backfield.
Well, and it's the big plays that I think that Daingerfield's going to have to rely on, and Ashton Williams looks like he's capable of providing those.
So they're across the front for the Hawks right now. You got B.J. Rochelle, you got DeCorey Cranford, and you have Lance Jackson. On the end opposite of Jackson, you have Jalen Foster. Those are the 4 guys up front that the Tigers are having to contend with. And this time, quarterback just escapes the reach of Chase Johnson, takes a shot at the end of that. He picks up a few yards with his feet running around the right side. And Jalen Foster comes from all the way across the formation to make that stop. And it'll be 3rd down and 7 to go.
Yeah, Jamarian Richardson was there to lay that last hit on Johnson to keep that just to a gain where we now have 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
Why's the play clock not running? Johnson wants to throw. This time looks to his right, incomplete. Looked like he was trying to connect with Mason Williams. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Lance Jackson adds another QB pressure to his stats, just an arm length away from his first sack of the evening.
4th and 8, looks like the Tigers are going to keep the offense out here, kind of in this no man's land of the field anyway. Going to have 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. And, yeah, I think if I see Lance Jackson coming to me, I'm going to try to get rid of that thing as well. Empty backfield now for Johnson. He looks into the defense on 4th down, looks to his left, steps up, and has nowhere to go. Ball comes out once again. Oh, they're going to say he was down. But several Hawks were there, and the first man making contact was DeCorey Cranford, the sophomore nose guard. Comes up and puts a shot on Johnson. And the ball will go over to the Hawks up at our 46-yard line. The big replay up there, and you can see the shot force that ball out. And so the Hawks will have it 1st and 10. Once again, got it down inside the 15 last time after a short field. Unable to punch it in on offense, and so we'll see what Jarrett Halter and company have in store this time. Spencer Browning will be the man wide out on the left. Walker Wright on the bottom of your screen on the right side of the formation. 2 backs in the backfield. The man to the left of Halter is Nick Bells. A little bit of a high snap. Halter gets it to Bells, and Bells does a good job to stay on his feet. He took a shot right at the knees and just put his hand down in the turf. Kept his balance underneath himself, and he picked up 5 yards on a play that could have been blown up in the backfield, and the Hawks are now back to the line quickly. 2 out to the right, 1 to the left, hand off to Bells again, and now there's a flag on the play. Think we didn't get set all the way on the opposite side. We'll see what this is. We'll be about a yard shy of the 1st down if the play stands, but we do got to contend with the laundry on the field. And we'll see what the penalty is. I said the ref mic was pretty quiet last time, too. And so we'll let them figure out. Lots of discussion over there on the other side of the field. Here we go. Now we'll see what the play is, or what the call is, rather. So 12 men on the field. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and a 1st down for the Hawks. So it took a little minute to get it sorted out. Well, we got it there, and so now we will have 1st and 10 inside the 45 at the 44. 2 on the right side, 1 to the left. Halter hands it off to Bells, and Bells is going to be tripped up in the backfield. That thing looked a little bit funky from the beginning.
Yeah, Tamar Palmer able to get through the offensive line and stops Bills for a loss of 2 yards. Landon West coming in with the play.
So they send him in. Now they'll huddle up. So we've seen a couple of speed runs. This time we huddle up and talk about it for a minute. 2 out on the left side, 1 to the right side. Tight ends over to the left as well. Halter wants to throw, rolls to his left, has a man in his face, fires, caught, good catch. Landon West, and West keeps his feet driving. He'll have enough for the first down, shoved out of bounds near the 31-yard line. We saw Landon West catch quite a few passes out of the backfield last year, and he does a good job on that little wheel just to find a soft spot in the defense, and now the Hawks with tempo once again to the line. Halter gets the snap. This time, Jay Rich has it. Jamarian Richardson at the 10, 5, touchdown Hawks! Jay Rich takes it to the house from 31 away.
Well, that is his 3rd TD of the year, and that's what he was looking for as he got very close at the end of the game last week. But congratulations to him on getting it into the end zone. So we've got some dancing lights throughout the field as Pleasant Grove gets prepared to kick the extra point.
There's a flag on the play, on the kick. We'll wait and see what the call is. Also, if you're going to flash the lights for a touchdown, don't hit off, Jay.
I didn't do it.
I hope the flag's not on me. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, it's something against them.
Well, Silas
Here we
Yao
go.
definitely.
That was a personal foul called against the Tigers. It'll be marched off on the kick. And the kick is good. So, 1:41 remaining in the first quarter. Hawks up 7-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Texarkana Hawk football, Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day. There we go.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
We are back where Jackson Crow is set up to put the ball into play. Pleasant Grove kicking from the Daingerfield 45-yard line. In the past, Coach Gibson has kicked this ball onside.
Yep. I would be surprised, Jay. I've seen it in games when we're up a bunch. I've seen it in games when we're down a bunch. You get the ball on this side of the field, and you're going to do it, and I think this is what we're doing. We're going to kick it over here on the right side, and so we will see how Jackson Crow handles this. Takes a decent bounce, bounces around for a minute, but I do think the Tigers fell on it, and they do have it. The ball had a little bit of life in it by the time it bounced over there into their hands, but a good play there by number 53 for the Tigers.
Yeah, Treston Smalley was the second Tiger to touch that ball, and it was definitely loose for a little bit there, and probably had a couple of hearts jumping on both sides of the sidelines there on that. But Pleasant Grove defense coming back out just to see what they can do to stymie Daingerfield once again and give that offense the ball over on downs.
Chase Johnson joined in the backfield by Ashton Williams. Williams showed off the speed a little bit on that last drive. They have everybody in tight, maybe trying to protect some of that, and handoff goes to Williams. And this time he is not going to get very far, bounces around in the backfield and several Hawks do a good job just swarming around on that play. Jalen Foster's helmet comes off. He'll have to come out for a minute to deal with that. He's going to get credit on the tackle. That's the second time his helmet's come off on a tackle. We need to get him over there to somebody and see if we can't get that thing screwed on just a little bit tighter. And Coach Fincher over there dealing with that on the sideline now.
Yeah, Jalen there to make the stop. Jace Elrod there to sort of force him back to the inside. So that defense still just looking extremely good out there.
Second down and 11 with 2 to the left side, 1 to the right side, twin backs in the backfield. Hand the ball off, this time to Williams trying to come left. The Hawks meet him at the point of attack. Jaden Scales comes up from the safety position, take his legs out from under him. Got some help on the play from Self Gunlock out here at cornerback. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8 now for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's tackle number 18 for Jaden Scales. And he has been a very, very good stopper back there on that defense coming up on running plays like that.
Tamar Palmer comes in to let Ashton Williams take a breather from the running back position. We'll have twin receivers on each side in a stack formation. Johnson claps for the snap, drops back, wants to throw, looks to his left, has a man in his face, rolls out to the left. Now he's going to pull it down, see what he can get with his feet. And it's going to be close to first down yardage. And some of the Hawk fans and some of the coaches on the sideline trying to figure out maybe why there wasn't a hold call. We'll see.
I think tomorrow night at the homecoming dance, some principals probably won't let dances get
that close.
Yeah.
Well, I hope maybe with at least 2 of the children they step in if that's going on out there.
Come on, Dad.
Hey, you know. 4th down and 3 to go for the Tigers. So I guess Johnson stepped out a little bit earlier than it looked like he did. I thought he had enough for the first down yardage. And they're going for it here on 4th down near midfield.
Pressure
Johnson,
from the middle.
Tamar, there's a flag on the play, and I think they had a couple of people moving at one time, and this is going to back the Tigers up, and they're going to have to send in the punt team. So it is a 4th down, and it will move the Tigers back. I'll tell you, Jay, little things that make me happy. Just that referee mic. We can hear clear. It just sounds good. It's just the kind of stuff you like to hear.
And when your defense is out there and you hear the backing up of a truck sound, that sounds pretty good too.
That sounds pretty good also. So punt formation now for the Tigers, and they're going to take a minute. They can't get this thing up. Ball's on the ground, and the Hawks are going to have another turnover. And Pleasant Grove, once again, is going to start on offense with some fantastic field position. And the Hawks will have it 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like B.J. Rochelle was in there once Sage Blackburn put the ball on the turf. And once again, the defense is giving this offense incredible field position and looking to capitalize and seeing what we can do starting in this second quarter. And we'll go ahead and take a commercial break during this quarter changeover.
Yes, sir. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit GregOrAuto.com.
All right, welcome back here to Pleasant Grove as we get ready to start the second quarter. Jared Halter comes out firing, trying to get to Spencer Browning. He and the cornerback got a little bit tangled up over on the left side. Went over his head there, so ball falls incomplete. And it will be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Halter there was looking for one option and one option only, but just sort of tripped up there. Spencer Browning not able to get back under the ball.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those timing plays. This time a handoff to Nick Bells, and Bells is upended, flips up into the air. Tamar Palmer, we've seen him on offense. That time he comes in and sends Nick Bells up into a little bit of a cartwheel.
Yeah, Daingerfield getting a little pressure coming in off this offensive line, something that they're definitely going to have to make some adjustments for going into the rest of this quarter and definitely during halftime.
3rd down and 9. You certainly feel like you are in 4-down territory here. If you're the Hawks, 2 to the right side, 2 to the left side. Halter gets the snap, looking left, wants to throw. Being flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to pull it down. Halter, boy, it looked like he had a lot more green grass in front of him. Was caught up from behind, number 13. Bryson Lee makes the tackle. Halter will be just a couple of yards shy. Man, we'll call it 3 yards shy. 4th down and 3 as he's just inside the 20 at the 19.
Yeah, Lee came in strong from that linebacker with a called blitz and was able to catch the offensive line off a little bit and just caught Jarrett from behind.
4th down now and 3 for the Hawks. Nick Bales is the tailback. They fake to him. They want to throw. It's caught. Nope, incomplete. Trying to get it to Spencer. Kind of coming underneath. Maybe trying to set up a screen pass into the middle. I think the defender maybe got a hand up in the middle of that one. Browning unable to pull it in. And the ball will go over on downs to the Tigers. 10:33 remaining in the first half. The Hawks lead it 7-0 here at homecoming.
It looks like Jarrett Halter came off the field limping just a little bit. I know that he hurt that ankle prior to the first game, and see him talking to Coach on the sideline.
I'm just trying to maybe on that run around the corner when he got pulled down from behind or something. So the Tigers back out on offense. So far, this Hawk defense has been able to stymie the boys in blue and white. See if we can keep that rolling here. Johnson and company get the handoff this time once again. It's coming to Williams. And once again, he is met at the point of attack and just continue to be forced to run east to west.
Yeah, Roland Ritchie just not able to get him in the grasp, and he gets about 4 or 5 more yards off that one. But you had a lot of Hawks come in there at the end to keep that to the gain it was.
2nd down and 6. Yeah, now we've seen some good hard runs there by Williams. And that secondary closing certainly helps. 3 to the right side, 1 to the left. Got a crossing pattern coming underneath. Quarterback rolls out left, and he's going to have a lot of room. This time Johnson is going to get enough for the first down as he gets up across the 35 to the 37. Pleasant Grove did a good job of covering down the field, but that flood route sent all the receivers to the right side, and there was nobody over on the left side, and Johnson saw all that green grass and took advantage of it and is able to move the sticks. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Yeah, Jace Elrod was able to get his head turned back around and realize that Johnson was on the loose and was able to come up and be one of the Hawks making that stop.
Some of that left fielder closing speed that you see out there from Elrod. 2 receivers out on the right side, 1 to the left side, tight end to the right of this formation. Empty backfield. Johnson wants to throw. Catches that tight end coming across the formation, and I tell you, Jace Elrod's going to get credit for that tackle there. He might give it back, though. And he brought Blackburn down, we will say that, but I think Blackburn might have got the better of that one.
Yeah, Blackburn's a big old
yeah,
boy.
He is. He's a good-sized kid. It doesn't say.
Well, Jace got up walking normally. Blackburn, he's got a little limp.
He slowed down a little bit. Yeah, Elrod, that's one thing. He'll come up and he'll put himself in there. That is for sure.
I keep looking at this outside matchup with Tyler Brown at the top of your screen. He's got a height advantage over the defensive backs.
He is very tall. Johnson wants to throw strip from behind, and the Hawks have it. Pleasant Grove has it. Touchdown to Corey Cranford. Defensive touchdown.
And all starts with the hands of Lance Jackson, forcing that fumble. Looks like this one might be.
Well, we'll see what the flag is about. Cranford, the ball was stripped. Cranford picked it up, ran in and scored, but we'll see. No, it is a hold against the Tigers. We're going to decline that, obviously. And the touchdown is good. And so DeCorey Cranford, the sophomore, gets his first touchdown. And so congratulations to the sophomore. Now we wait the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 8:42 remaining in the first half. Hawks lead it 14-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Texar is a community-first credit union which has served members in and around the Texarkana area since 1951.
Having 3 offices and employing almost 100 people, today Texar serves citizens of Cass, Bowie, Little River, Miller, Red River, and Lamar counties.
Through the years, we've had many different names.
From our humble beginnings as Bowie County Teachers Credit Union to where we are today.
We are honored to offer our members quality service with exceptional products.
We also take pride in staying one step ahead when it comes to introducing the latest and greatest in banking technology.
From personal to commercial banking.
And turning houses into homes.
We believe in banking made easy.
To make life easier for you.
We have a different Hawk that is going to put the ball up on the tee now. So we've got number 3, Mr.
James
Solomon.
Yeah, we've seen James kick it a few times this year. Sometimes short, sometimes long. So we'll see what we do here. Of course, last time we were trying the onside kick that got a little interesting there for a minute. And Solomon is going to boot this thing. He gets a little bit too far left, and so there'll be a flag on the play. And you see the cameraman down there pointing at him like, hey, man, I was way over here minding my business. Why are you trying to hit me with this football?
And I do want to say that they did have a 95-yard kickoff return last week, so I'm good with those short ones.
Yeah, just keep it there and
selfishly
hold them where you want them to go. So the Tigers trying to get something to go on offense. The Hawks defense has just been swarming throughout this first half. Have really forced the ball on the ground several times and then scoring there on defense with DeCorey Cranford, and you know that Coach Darby is certainly fired up about that. Coach Darby had his little son up here today and came to hang out with us a little bit, Harrison, and what a cool little kid. All right, waiting on the snap here. Chase Johnson. And I thought they got the first guy down and somebody else had the ball there for the Tigers. So a little bit of misdirection there for Daingerfield as they keep this drive going. And Jalen Foster is going to make the tackle for the Hawks. But once again, his helmet comes off.
Yeah, Jaden Scales actually came in on a delayed blitz and slowed down the runner. But Foster there able to get the tackle for no gain.
And so it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Tigers. Johnson and company. Okay. So there was a
so there was a short
flag.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a game. There we go. So there was a flag, but they say there wasn't a flag, so maybe somebody just dropped their flag. So, yes, there was a gain of about 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 to go. Johnson back in shotgun. He moves the receiver from left to right and pitches it to him, a little shovel pass. And the receiver trying to turn the corner. It's going to be number 8, Rain Wallace, and he reverses field, and he's gone back across the formation. Finally tripped up near the 30-yard line, but an impressive run by the sophomore Rain Wallace for the Tigers sets them up 1st and 10 at their own 30, and Jamarian Richardson lost his helmet on that play. He's going to come over here to the sideline and maybe kind of got shaken up just a little bit by whatever happened with that. I didn't see that happen on the play, but he came over and is just trying to gather his thoughts over on the sideline.
Yeah, Seth Gunlock there for the stop to stop that errant Tiger making a lot of great moves.
Running around everywhere out there.
Got a little jet sweep that comes across that's worked for him tonight.
Empty backfield. Johnson fires, caught. Trent Boyd goes upstairs to pull that one down. And he'll pick up a few yards after the catch. Inside the 25, down to the 23, and it'll be 2nd down and 3. And I'll tell you, that time Chase Johnson put a little mustard on that football.
Yeah, Trent Boyd is actually the one who had the 93-yard kickoff return, and he's showing his shiftiness for sure.
Not a big dude out there. He's a senior as well, but he did a good job to go up the ladder and pull that one down. Empty backfield still with 3 to the left side, 2 on the right side. Johnson gets the snap. It's a little low. Quarterback keeper the whole way. The Hawks read it well. The first man there to put a hand on him is Jalen Foster. He slows him down enough for that defensive line to get over there. Lance Jackson will be credited with the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 3rd down and 3.
And just remind everyone, the defense has yet to give up a offensive touchdown.
We'll all knock on wood and keep that going. So the clock rolling inside of 6.5 minutes here in the first half of homecoming football. The Hawks leading it 14-0. Single back in the backfield now. And the ball carrier gets it. He is going to have enough for the first down. That's Tamar Palmer. He's kind of been the second back in the game a few times. He needed the 20. He got out to about the 19. And that'll move the sticks, and it's 1st and 10 Tigers.
Well, I definitely want to thank all of the Tiger fans that have joined our stream tonight. Do want to apologize. We are a little biased, but we'll try to at least make it fun for all.
Absolutely. Daingerfield is close enough to Texarkana, and we'll always root for the blue and white Tigers, except in week 3. 3 on the left side, 1 on the right side. Chase Johnson, low snap. He picks it up, but he's going to be hit immediately. And that could have been dangerous there for Daingerfield. Landon West makes the tackle there on Chase Johnson. You know, back in the 90s when I was in high school, Jay, which seems like a long time ago, probably because it was, but I went to Hooks, and it seemed like we always met Daingerfield in the second round of the playoffs. And they've always been a good team and have a great tradition of football down there. But again, homecoming night, we
just 6
we'll have to go ahead and get this win.
Yeah, just 6 state championships.
Just a little bit of history going on down there. Less than 100 miles away from us. So lots of good stuff to build on for sure. 2 on the right side, 1 on the left side. Johnson wants to throw again. Pump fake, rolls to his left now, trying to direct his receivers, pulls it down. Johnson makes a couple of beautiful moves. Lance Jackson is going to bring him down, but Johnson is going to have enough for the first down, and that's one of those that's going to end up on his huddle film because he made a couple of beautiful moves there in the open field to keep that thing rolling. Oh, it's not going to be a first down. They just got back past the original line of scrimmage.
Well, and Lance may be able to put that on his huddle too,
Yeah.
because he was double teamed on the line and came around and caught him
made
from
a
behind.
tackle, no doubt. 3rd down and 6. This is a big 3rd down here. 2 to the left side, 1 to the right side. Ball's on the ground again. Johnson picks it up. Lance Jackson close to him there. Johnson spins off the first tackler. He's going to be shy of the first down. It'll be 4th and 2. And we got somebody out there just a little bit banged up.
Yeah, I think Jalen Foster was a little slow getting up.
It's a timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we recognize a very special alumnus, Michael Walker, a proud graduate.
I think it's just, it's not a Daingerfield timeout. It's just a Talking about Michael Walker here. Yeah, I think they thought that Daingerfield called a timeout.
So they are going to give a timeout to Daingerfield.
Okay. So now they do want a timeout. All right, well, so Daingerfield thought they called a timeout, didn't call a timeout. Now they did. So we're going to take one with them. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hog football on Texarkana Game Day.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back here as we wait a field goal attempt from the Tigers. It's a low snap kick, and it is blocked. It is blocked, and the Hawks are going to finally fall on this way. They didn't fall on the ball. Daingerfield picked it up. It bounced around for a little bit, and so the Hawk defense keeps the goose egg up there, blocking the 30-yard field goal attempt, and so Pleasant Grove is going to have the ball once again, 1st and 10 at our own 36-yard line.
Yeah, that defense just really getting into that bend, don't break to keep the 0 offensive touchdowns being scored on them as a goose egg so far this season. And just wondering if what we're going to see this Pleasant Grove offense with just 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in this first half, what they can do with the ball, and see if they can't just get that momentum going to take it into halftime here.
Yeah, 4:23 left, certainly enough time to get down and score. 2 seconds on the play clock as they hand the ball off to Nick Bells, and Nick Bells just shoots through the gap and gets into the secondary in a hurry, picks up a quick 12 yards.
Yeah, Sage Blackburn there with the stop, but not before. Nick does move those chains, and a good tough running there by Nick Bells to advance the ball.
I'm trying to make it, see if I can have to make these lights flash again before halftime, Jay.
I would be willing to see them once again.
You want to try it again? Clock rolling inside of 4 minutes now. 1st and 10 Hawks at the 48. 2 receivers split to each side. Halter wants to throw. Caught, rolling, Ritchie. Nope, they're going to say it hit the ground, incomplete. Ritchie took a little shot at the end of that one. And so incomplete pass will make it 2nd down and 10.
It looks like Jamarian Richardson is back into the game on the offensive side. Got that 1-2 punch.
I'd really like to see Jay Rich run a wheel route and see what he can do out in open space. 2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left side by himself is Spencer Browning. And now the Hawks want to take a timeout and talk about it. We're going to stay here with it. And just want to say thank you to everyone who helps us bring Texarkana Game Day to you every week. When you look on your screen, you see those names up in the top corners, and you watch. Game Day does such a fantastic job. You're able to watch our games, of course, Texas High, Liberty ILO, a lot of these games here, and then they'll even go out and cover some of the other schools. Now, the stuff that's happening over at Bubba's 33 every Wednesday, you have a different school that comes in to take over there. Morgan Smith and the entire team over at Texarkana Game Day do such a great job, and we appreciate what they do. And so when you see those sponsors up there, when you see those folks out there, let them know how much you appreciate them giving you the opportunity to watch your favorite high school teams live and for free on either YouTube or Facebook every week.
Yeah, just to give you a score of note, Texarkana Texas High Tigers are leading Midlothian Heritage Jaguars 23-13 at halftime.
So interesting over there. Midlothian Heritage, I don't know if they've moved up to 5A or not, but they were whipping everybody in 4A. Jared Halter wants to throw now. Out of the timeout. Caught. Lance Jackson hits him in stride. And the big man steps out of bounds near the 20, and Halter is going to come over to the sideline. He is moving a little slowly. And so Walker Wright will have to come in.
Walker had to take his receiving gloves off to get this play going.
2 receivers right side, 1 to the left side for Wright. They hand the ball off to Nick Bells. Nick Bells dives into the middle of the formation, gets it down near the 15-yard line.
Mosley in on the stop there for the Tigers.
Walker Wright pitches it this time to Jamarian Richardson. And once again, oh no, I thought he was going to get there. Jay Rich shoved out of bounds just shy of the end zone near the 5-yard line. And I tell you, Jamarian Richardson turns the corner. He is bringing some velocity.
Yeah, he has definitely some quick feet and good play call there to get the ball moved. So first and goal for Pleasant Grove.
Look over to the sideline. 2 on the right side, 1 to the left side. Nick Bells is in the backfield with Walker Wright in at quarterback as Jared Halter came off feeling a little bit down. Bells tries to come left. Could never make the corner. Good pursuit from the backside by the defender there. That's number 14, Tamar Palmer. He's made a couple of good plays tonight for the Tigers as we roll inside of 3 minutes left. It'll be second down and goal to go from the 5.
Yeah, Tamar Palmer has been coming down the line, and you just got to wonder if maybe one of those times that Walker Wright or Jarrett is not going to keep it and just run that little bootleg.
Little boot lowing over to the right side. 1 to each side. Walker Wright hands it off to Bells, and Nick Bells is in. Touchdown, Hawks! Nick Bells.
Well, that is touchdown number 2 for Nick Bells. And once again, we get to see these lights flashing around the entire stadium. One of the many upgrades that we have to look at this year.
And wait till we get baseball and softball and all that. All the lights will get in on it. Matter of fact, right now we've got 2 pallets of lights for the tennis courts. And so by the time we have the next home game, tennis courts will have some beautiful new LEDs as well. The extra point is up, and it is good. 2:33 remaining in the first half. Pleasant Grove leading it 21-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
My name is Doug Willett. I own M&M Tire and Auto Center. We've been here for over 40 years. We're just a mom and pop place. We service any type of vehicle that you can think of. We do front end alignments. We've got the best front end alignment machine guys here, and we also do AC work for the new Freon, which is the 1234 FY. We do that too. Plus tires. Now that's the major thing. Cooper Tire employees, we're really special with them. We give you 15% off, plus also you get your Goodyear employee refunds back on your tires, which is great for you. Extra value is what you get when you buy from Doug Willett. Don't worry, my guys will take care of you too.
Welcome back here to Pleasant Grove as James Solomon has the ball teed up once again on the 40. Deep end-over-end kick, and this one is going to be fielded all the way back at the 2-yard line. This is Rain Wallace. We saw him on a big run earlier, and he is not going to get in. There's a flag here. I'm trying to see what's going on with that. I don't know if they're going to – big hit back there on the block, but it looked to be like the 2 guys were squared up. I don't know if they're going to call something against – I don't know. It would seem like it would be against the Tigers, but it seemed to me like they were squared up. Brody Watts made the tackle. Not quite sure what the call is going to be here, and so we'll see what that is. 2:24 left. Yep. And they're going to call it a block in the back. Against the Tigers, so it'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty. As they are down that close, it'll move them all the way back to the 7. And that's where they will take over first down and 10.
Yeah, should the defense get the ball back for the Hawks, we may see Walker Wright for at least one more series. I think they're trying to get Jarrett Halter taped back up.
This time a handoff. This one goes to Ashton Williams, and that Hawk defense is just relentless. And Pleasant Grove is going to take a timeout, and the Hawks are saying, hey, we want to get this thing back. 2:16 left. We want to see what we can do. Each team with one timeout remaining here in the first half, but, man, that Hawk defense was back there quickly in the middle of that play.
Yeah, Camarion Jones there quickly, and then Kedrid Smith just there to bring him down. And you've got to be thinking that being on the 3-yard line, are they going to let those defensive linemen sort of peel their ears back and send them ball?
Absolutely. You want to see what you can do there. Do you want to shout out our Hawk healers? You talked about them over there getting Jarrett Halter taped up, and you can look down into the field house, indoor facility down there, and you can see into the room where they actually have classes and teach every day. Stephanie does a great job with all those kids. We have a good team of students who really leave here with a lot of skills, regardless of where they want to go. And it's just such a great program and such a valuable asset to our school. And we really appreciate our Hawk healers and everything that they do for the kids, not just on game night, but they're out there at practice, and they're part of this thing every single day. All right, the Tigers back on offense now. 2nd down and 13 to go. The quarterback drops back and wants to throw. And Landon West is going to meet him right at the line of scrimmage, holds him up for a minute. And then DeCorey Cranford comes over to finish it off. Forward progress is going to give Johnson room out to the 2-yard line, but that's it. The Hawks are going to take their final timeout to stop the clock with 1:59 left. This is going to be 3rd down and long for the Tigers. If the Hawks get a stop here, should force a punt with somewhere around 105 or so.
And for those of you that are watching on YouTube, take the opportunity to pause your feed and like and subscribe.
Yes.
I think right now we're sitting at about 13,000 subscribers, and based on the number of folks that actually watch our stream each week, that number should be way higher.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a lot of folks that are not subscribed, and if you're subscribed, anytime that we put new content out, you're actually going to get an alert. And we're looking forward to being able to show a lot of content for the remainder of the season, especially with this defense still holding a goose egg to offensive scores as far as touchdowns go.
All right, so 2:05 remaining in the first half. The Tigers out again. Chase Johnson and company standing in their own end zone. We'll see what this Hawk defense can do here. He's hit immediately as he throws, and that ball is going to be incomplete. They were just trying to get a quick pitch out to Tyler Brown out here from the right side. And I tell you, the Hawks were in the quarterback's face from the beginning. And the other thing that does, Jay, is it stops the clock with 2:01. That's almost like an extra timeout that you give Pleasant Grove. And so now Daingerfield will be punting from the back of their own end zone.
And remember what happened the last time they punted.
Little bad snap and got it out there. James Solomon is standing at the Tiger 35-yard line awaiting this kick.
B.J. Rochelle coming right up the gut.
1 second on the play clock. They get it back, and it is a low snap. They get it off, but it's going to bounce just at the 20, and this thing won't even make the 25-yard line. It'll be down at the 24. And so the Hawks have 1 minute and 49 seconds to go 24 yards And we'll get to play with these lights again.
Looks like they do have Jarrett taped back up, and he grabbed his helmet like he was fixing to run out there, but I think they're going to let Walker Wright go ahead and take this series.
Yeah, I'm not even sure Jarrett has his other shoe on right now.
No,
Unless it's all just under white tape?
Yeah,
oh, it's black tape. Okay.
Yeah, he's got black tape on there now.
So the Hawks at the Tiger 24. Walker Wright is the quarterback. Looks like Brody Watts is out there at tailback. Everybody in tight, single man out to the right side.
I would like to run behind Lance.
Right. Fakes the handoff, wants to throw, rolls to his left, fires, incomplete. He's trying to get it down to Jackson and just threw it behind him. Decent coverage down the field that time. Pleasant Grove didn't have anywhere to go deep as the Tigers had everybody bottled up. And Lance Jackson just sort of ran out of room over on the sideline by the time Walker got over there. It'll be 2nd down and 10, stops the clock with 1:44.
Yeah, number 16, Sage Blackburn, there to force Walker Wright in to continue going to his left, and then number 60 there as well, forcing that errant throw.
Now the Hawks spread them out with 2 receivers to each side. The single back is Watts. Wright wants to throw. Fires. It is caught. A little short gain by Roland Ritchie. Inside the 25, down near the 22. So about a 3-yard pickup. Going to be 3rd down and 9. 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. It's Spencer Browning over here. They hand the ball off to Nick Bells, and Bells is going to be upended right near the line of scrimmage. Once again, that was a little 13-on-13 violence out there. Bryson Lee, number 13, for the Tigers, comes up to trip up Bell. And now Daingerfield is going to take a timeout. They want to talk about it. And, Jay, you want to give us some score updates from other score notes of interest on our schedule?
Of course, it looks like Texas High and Midlothian are still at halftime, but Texas High leads that one by 10, 23-13. And Kilgore is up by 3 over Gilmer, as they are 4 minutes remaining left in the first half there. And Carthage has pulled away going into halftime 31-7 over the Leopards. And so I'm really surprised that the Leopards have been held to 7 so far to Carthage. So just seeing what type of halftime adjustments that Liberty Allo can make there. I really was hoping that one was going to be a close game.
Yeah.
With Carthage. You know, Carthage lost the first game of the season for the first time in like 2,800 days or something like that. And you know, it's magical going over there at Liberty Allo, and you just got to hope that they make some halftime adjustments and have a chance to maybe make that game competitive.
Never know what may happen. Here we are, though, on a 4th and 8. Never know what may happen at the end of this half. Walker Wright wants to throw on 4th down. He's going to pull it down, and Walker Wright's going to get his feet moving, and he'll be close to first down yardage, and he'll have it. Gets it inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. Clock will stop temporarily while they reset the chains, and the Hawks are quickly back to the line now. 57 seconds left in the first half and a fresh set of downs. Wright wants to throw. No, fakes, hands it off. Nick Bells. Bells is going to be inside the 5. Be down around the 3, close to first down yardage. That matters less than the time. There's 41 seconds left in the first half. Neither team with a timeout. 2 receivers left side, none on the right. Bells with it again. Goes off tackle to the right. Dives forward. The ball is out. We'll see what's going on here. They stopped the clock. Let's see. Touchdown? They say the Hawks have it.
It looks like one of the referees is calling it a touchdown.
Touchdown, Hawks. So, took a minute to see what was going on. But it is a touchdown for the Hawks. Now we will await the extra point once again. Silas Yowell. Kick is up and good. 27 seconds left in the first half. Hawks lead at 28-0. We'll take this final timeout with them. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Craving Tex-Mex that tastes like home? Look no further than Tamales Mexican Kitchen. Family owned and operated since 1992, we bring Texarkana the freshest flavors this side of the border. We use only the highest quality ingredients, with fresh vegetables chopped daily. Our salsa is made from scratch with steam-peeled Roma tomatoes for a taste that explodes with flavor. We don't settle for anything less than USDA All-American meats, like our signature skirt steak fajitas. Every dish is made with love, from our kitchen to your table. Make Tamales your go-to spot for Taco Tuesdays, Enchilada Wednesdays, or any day you're craving a taste of home. Tamales Mexican Kitchen. Real, fresh Tex-Mex, tastes like home.
All right, James Solomon set to kick off here as the Hawks extend the lead 28-0 over the Daingerfield Tigers. 27 seconds left in the first half. This one fielded at the 2-yard line by the deep man for the Tigers. That's Rain Wallace once again, this time brought down inside the 20-yard line, the 25 at the 24. Tigers will have 20 seconds. They need 76 yards. Neither team with a timeout remaining.
Terrell Patton getting down the field to make that stop for Pleasant Grove. Rain Wallace had some speed going there.
Yeah, he can fly. He's one of those, I guarantee you, if he gets past the right person, you won't see anything but the back of that number 8 jersey. But the Hawks so far has done a good job to keep him in front of them and contain. But he has certainly shown flashes of that a couple of times. I've been impressed with both him and Ashton Williams for the Tigers. Chase Johnson at quarterback looks at an empty backfield. 2 on the right side, 3 on the left. Looks to his left, wants to throw, dodges the first Hawk there, pulls it down. He's going to run, has a little bit of room, wants to get out of bounds. He does. Good heads-up play there by the quarterback. Probably could have picked up a few more yards, but he did everything he could to get out and preserve some time, and there are 11 seconds left. He picks up 6 yards on the play, 2nd down and 4 now.
Yeah, Landon West there to help force him out of bounds.
And that's just some good disciplined play by those guys out there just in the middle of nowhere to kind of keep him from having a cutback lane. 3 to the left, 1 on the right, and this time the ball's out
loose
once again. Looks like the Tigers may have gotten back on it. But that is the end of the first half. Your score at the end of the half. Hawks 28, Tigers 0. We're going to take a break. We'll come back at halftime. At halftime, be sure to catch the Showstoppers as they continue to impress each week, and then the Pleasant Grove Pride in Motion Band as they will have the first 2 movements of their show out there on the field. Football on Texarkana Game Day.
Tired of the annual hassle of hanging holiday lights? Or the recurring cost of paying someone else to do it? Forget those struggles and invest in the convenience and year-round beauty of Gemstone Lights. Permanent architectural and holiday lighting that you control. With Gemstone Lights, access over 1,000 pre-built patterns for festivities throughout the year. Easily alter them through our user-friendly app. When not in season, Gemstone Lights serve as stunning permanent architectural lighting, bringing a continual majestic touch to your home. Experience the magic of Gemstone Lights today. Available through Livewire Electrical Services, Texarkana's authorized Gemstone Lights dealer.
Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me for interrupting just a moment. Anna Sinclair's mother, you were needed at the ticket entrance at the front by the tennis courts. Anna Sinclair's mother, she is there with our principal waiting for you. Aniston Blakely. If you are the parent of Aniston Blakely, you need to meet by the ticket window immediately. We have her there waiting for you. Aniston Blakely's parent. And let's have one more big round of applause for the Daingerfield Tiger Marching Band. Great job. Please welcome your Pleasant Grove Showstoppers! Your 2024-2025 Showstopper officers are Junior Lieutenant Sophie Douglas, Junior Lieutenant Taylor Harding Black, and Senior Captain Amy Womack. The Showstopper of the week is Zoe Potter. The Showstoppers, boasting a dazzling cumulative 3.86 GPA, are under the direction of Jessica Bolton. Tonight, they will perform their traditional field kick routine to Bonanza. Grove Independent School District proudly presents for your continuing halftime entertainment, the award-winning Pleasant Grove High School Band. The Pleasant Grove Band is led on the field by drum majors senior Deanna Dyer and junior Eden Venable. Color guard captain is junior Auburn Franklin. Also, we'd like to give a special shout out to our senior color guard member and homecoming queen, Jayla Tank. Tonight, the band will be performing the first two movements of their 2024 competition show, Nostalgic. fans, get on your feet for the fight song. The Pleasant Grove High School Band. The Pleasant Grove High School Band is under the direction of Jay Sutton, assisted by Devin Sykes, Jody Digby, Anna Sutton, Kevin Sutton, Tia Davenport, Don Colquitt, Austin Head, and Cannon Porterfield. Soprano saxophone soloist in tonight's performance is sophomore Gabriel Alaman. This week's section of the week is the tubas. Veterans of the week are Sean Gill and Valeria Herrera, and new member of the week is Anna Flowers. We would like to thank the Pleasant Grove Booster Club, school board, and administration for their continued support of our program. Thank you also to our corporate sponsors, Red River Beef Company, Garrett Sporting Goods, Red River Credit Union, Renew Medical Spa, Leadwell Enterprises, Newt's Eatery, or Hyundai, or Honda, or Chevrolet, Livingston Trucking, U-Story, Mike Rogers Construction, Pace & Sons Overhead Doors, Nevermore Tattoo Studio, Dodge Rentals and Sales, Texarkana T-Shirt and Quilt, Bubba Green Towing, Browning Homes, and Premier Outdoor Equipment. Go Hawks!
All right, folks, welcome back here as we get ready to start the second half. What an incredible few performances there by the Pleasant Grove Showstoppers. Of course, they always do Bonanza at homecoming. And, Jay, I saw a little twinkle in your eye there when the Showstoppers were out there. Maybe some nostalgia out there for yourself, I guess.
I've seen that a few times.
Yeah.
And, there were, I guess, a few other better performances than tonight. But,
just to say, hey, we all got to live on our kids. I, for one, thought that the flute section and drum section in the band did a great job. But, those Showstoppers, always fun here at homecoming.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I did not understand the work and effort it went into putting together a halftime performance.
Yep.
Until my daughters actually went through that process, and I have a greater appreciation for the drill team and cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
And so, kudos to them for always putting on a great halftime show. It's always good to win halftime.
And we certainly won halftime tonight. And then like I said, the band got their first two movements. 2 of 4 movements out there on the field for their show. They'll have movement 3 all the way out there. I've seen a preview of it. They've been practicing it quite a bit, but just weren't quite ready to put it out there on the field this evening. But then they'll start competition season at the end of this month, if you can believe it, and then it'll be fast and furious through October. We'll get this thing kicked off here in the second half. The Hawks are up 28-0. We'll be kicking off to start this one. We did receive the ball to start. James Solomon with it teed up in the middle of the 40. High end-over-end kick. This time fielded at the 15-yard line by Wallace. And Wallace trying to get around the left side. He'll get up across the 20, but still be brought down inside the 25. Good coverage down the field by Liberty Ilo. Looks like Noah Tenney involved on that.
I think you were referring to the Pleasant Grove Hawks there.
Oh.
But, Noah Tenney there with the stop. And so Pleasant Grove is going to take a 28-0 lead as this second half starts. And definitely saw a lot of offensive explosion there once some cobwebs got knocked off the first couple of series. And we are going to see Walker Wright for the remainder of this game.
Yep.
As Jarrett Halter is going to take the rest of the evening off to make sure that ankle is able to be rested.
Chase Johnson and company for the Tigers back out on the field, this time a little deep crossing route. And they've got something in business here with number 5, Kenny Mosley. And he's going to get all the way down inside the 15 before Jamarian Richardson is able to finally bring him down. So a big play to start the second half for the Tigers. And they are in business deep in Pleasant Grove territory down at the 12. And this Daingerfield team is just full of a bunch of cats that can turn on the jets when they get out there in the open.
Yeah, you just wonder if that was just an adjustment that the Tigers made or something maybe they saw. But very, very good play call there by the Tigers coach.
Yeah, about a little 7-yard crossing route turned into a big gain. Handoff off the right side now, this time with Williams, and he gets around the corner and scores the touchdown. That'll be the first touchdown this Hawk defense has given up all year, and in 2 quick plays. The Daingerfield Tigers come out of the halftime locker room, and they put up a score with 39 seconds off the clock here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and that just means that there's definitely a ball game in this.
Absolutely.
And so see what this Pleasant Grove offense can do being led by Walker Wright.
Wait the extra point. It's blocked. Once again, we had a field goal blocked earlier. This time the Hawks get back and block that. And so with 11:21 remaining in the third quarter, Hawks 28, Tigers 6. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Stevens, General Manager and Marketing Director for Local Habit Coffee Company. Local Habit exists to spark a revival of local communities and the beauty they inherently possess by bringing people together over exceptional third-wave coffee. We then want them to take the joy and good vibes they get from us out into their local town and go make something good happen.
One of our top priorities is providing exceptional customer service. We want to make sure our customers left better than when they came in. Our customers should walk away thinking about how incredible their coffee was, how nice and genuine their barista was, and how inviting and comforting our space is.
Come by today and enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us.
All right, folks, welcome back here. 11:21 remaining in the third. The Tigers from Daingerfield come out and in 2 quick plays go down and score the first touchdown against this Hawk defense on the season. And there they do the fake little quick kick like they did to start this game. Number 17, Eric Ballesteros, is the kicker. Now he's a high end-over-end kick, and Lance Jackson is going to fair catch it at the 26-yard line. And that's where the Hawks will have it first down and 10. We talked about Walker Wright will be the trigger man as they make their way out here on the field, as Jarrett Halter is a little bit banged up on that ankle, and so he will not continue this evening. And so we'll see what this Hawk offense does as they come out of the halftime locker room. Get moving. There's the ball boy Jack Pirtle down there. Put a little good spin on that ball, getting it out there to the umpire in the middle of the field. He's a quarterback on the 7th grade team. All of our sub-varsity teams won yesterday, and so you like to see that pride and tradition of winning start young. Walker Wright and company now back out on the field. He's back in shotgun. Pitches it to Jamarian Richardson, and Jay Rich is met in the backfield immediately. That's number 13, Bryson Lee.
Yeah, extreme penetration there by the Tigers, and just nowhere to run. 3-4 yard loss. First play of the second half for the Hawks here.
2nd down and 14 now from the 25-yard line. Yeah, Jay Rich just didn't even have a chance to get rolling there. 2 on the right side, nobody on the left side. Wright looks over to the sideline, confirms the call, hands it off to Jay Rich coming left now. Jamarian Richardson cuts it up into the middle of the formation, gets it up across the 35-yard, does a good job with his feet for the last few. And it'll make it a 3rd down and 2. So a good recovery there on 2nd down by Richardson, and he'll come out for a breather as Nick Bells comes in for the Hawks.
Yeah, Tanner Teeter there for the stop for the Tigers.
Spencer Browning and Roland Ritchie out on the right side. In the slot to the right is Landon West. Wright rolls to his left, wants to throw, has nowhere to go. Makes a man miss, and Walker Wright is going to have the first down. There is a flag on the play, and I tell you, Walker Wright looked to his left and just had a big white jersey in his face and did a good job to duck away from the would-be tackler and pick up the first down temporarily, but we will have to sort out this flag. It's in the area of a hold. We'll see what it is.
Got hold. Yes, Pleasant Road, number 74. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
So it'll be a hold against the Hawks. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. It'll move them back inside the 30 down to the 27. You know, you always feel bad for those linemen. The only time they want to call your name out, or your number out, rather, is maybe when you get caught doing something that you're not supposed to do. And so the first down will come off, and it will be 3rd down and 12. And so now the Hawks behind the sticks here as they break the huddle with 8 seconds. 3 receivers split to the left side. That's the wide side of the field now for Walker Wright. He gets the snap, wants to throw, looking left, fires. Incomplete, and Roland Ritchie takes a shot, and there's a flag that comes in, and then the defender came across and put his head down there. That was Kenny Mosley, and I think they're going to get him for lowering his head there. Looked like he got there about the same time as the play, Jay. I think it may be more the angle of attack that they're going to have some contention with, and so we'll see about this call.
You're always concerned about the safety of the players.
Yes. Yeah, Richie did hop back up, but man, what a shot across the middle.
And we may need to send Richie into some theater classes, because I think he probably could have sold this. This may be,
yeah,
may be waived off.
He bounced up. We'll see. Yeah, they got out there and conferred it.
Yeah, maybe not.
And then we're going to talk to him over there.
Yeah, I saw the back judge writing something down, so he may have written down a number for future reference.
Oh, yeah, it could have been his first personal foul. Yep. Wow, so it is a targeting penalty. And not only that, McKinney Mosley will be ejected for the game because of it. It is a spot foul. And so the Hawks will have a first down at the 42-yard line.
And
go ahead.
And that is definitely a huge loss to the Tigers because he is playing both ways and, definitely a dynamic player for the Tigers.
Spencer Browning and James Solomon out to the left at receiver. Walker right, quarterback keeper the whole way. No, this is the J-Rich, Jamarian Richardson, little wildcat. And now again a flag from the field judge. And he comes in. So Boyd made the tackle for the Tigers. He wears number 2 for them. Made the tackle on J-Rich, number 2 for the Hawks. Blocking the back against Pleasant Grove. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty, and it'll still be first down, but it does move the Hawks back to the 32-yard line. Split receivers now with one to each side. Brody Watts back in that's Buck Anderson in at tailback. They try a little counter with him, but the Tigers do a good job of staying home. Number 50, Nick Wallace, making the tackle there.
And it looks like Chase Johnson has come in since the ejection. And so he's going to be playing both sides. If he's been on defense prior to this, I have not seen him out there, but that's definitely a new wrinkle that I've seen for the Tigers is having him out there on defense.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just got to be next man up there, and definitely going to have some both-way player. Nick Bales diving forward from the Hawks, but still going to be well behind the sticks here. 3rd down and 17. The ball on the 35-yard line. I keep waiting for Nick Bales just to break into that second level. We know he's got the speed to be able to pull away, and it's been a shoestring away from being able to break out a few times. 3 on the right side now, nobody on the left side. Walker Wright looking at 3rd down and 17, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield, hit immediately by number 13, Bryson Lee. He's made a number of tackles tonight. I don't know how many, but he has been in the middle of a lot of plays.
When the right side of the offensive line has definitely been what's been penetrated the most tonight by the Tigers. And Walker Wright, being a left-handed quarterback on that type of rollout, just did not have any type of time forcing this punt.
Landon West gets a high spiraling kick, sends the return man back to the 31-yard line. He's bouncing it out to the left side, trying to get somewhere. He'll get up across the 35 to the 36. And so the Tigers with the ball again. We've burned some time off the clock as it rolls inside of 7:13. They were able to score in 2 plays on their last offensive possession. Let's see if the Hawk defense can put up another big stop here. You know, they're not going to like the taste of that in their mouths after that last drive.
No, and it's going to be, what type of answer you have and just the resilience that you have after, although you're ahead by, 22 points, you've still given up that first touchdown, and that's got to sting just a little bit.
So the Tigers will scrimmage from the 36-yard line. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, single back formation. Back there with Johnson. He wants to throw. Caught out here, a little wide receiver screen to Rain Wallace. And he is not going to get much before that Hawk defense is able to converge. Maybe 2 yards on the play, several black jerseys get there at once. I think James Solomon may have been the first man to get his nose in there.
Yeah, it looked like he had like a crocodile or an alligator roll underneath the water there, just trying to get away from the many Hawks that came into contact. But a short gain there for the Tigers.
2nd down and 8 now. They'll flip the formation. Send the bulk of their receivers over to the left side now. That's the wide side of the field. Now they move a man in motion from left to right, balance it out. And there's a flag on the play. I think they got too many people moving. The ball carrier is Tamar Palmer, and he is wrapped up immediately in the backfield. There's a flag that came in from here, the field judge, and we'll see what this call is. It looked like maybe the 2 receivers were moving at the same time.
Yeah, Cranford was back there quick for the Hawks for this stop, should it hold up.
Corey Cranford, a sophomore that Pleasant Grove expects some big things out of this year. There's going to be a false start. The receiver out here for the Tigers got moving a little quickly, and so it'll be 2nd down. A 7-man crew here for the officials, and so lots of guys out there that have their own sections to watch. And so the field judge on our side in charge of these receivers. Everybody back in tight now for Chase Johnson and company. As a man in motion, little shovel pass. This time to Rain Wallace. He just had the penalty called on him. They give it to him now. He gets it up across the 40. It'll be 3rd down and 5 to go for the Tigers. Landon West comes over from the linebacker position to meet the receiver at the point of attack. Big 3rd down opportunity here for the Hawks. You know, this defense would like to get off the field, force a punt, and maybe give the offense another chance out here. 5:35 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Quarterback throws incomplete. Just led his receiver a little bit too long. The receiver had done a decent job. That's their tight end, caught a big pass earlier. He had found a spot there between the coverage. Just kind of ran out of real estate over there against the sideline. And 4th down and 6, it looks like the Tigers are leaving their offense out there, which trail by 3 scores. Don't really have much choice here. It's your own 40, so you're not too deep into your territory if it doesn't work out. 2 receivers right side now, 1 to the left side, single back in the backfield with Johnson. He wants to throw, rolls to his left, pulls it down, has enough room for the first, and he's going to be able to get it. Knocked out of bounds by number 12 for the Hawks, Jabrian Baltimore. But it is a 1st down for Chase Johnson.
Yeah, Jabrian really hasn't been called to do much tonight, but comes up and makes a good play there just to keep it to the gain that it was, but not before advancing it to that 48-yard line of the Tigers.
1st and 10 now. They look over to the sideline to get the call from their coaches. 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. 2 backs are in front of the quarterback in the backfield. He wants to throw. Tight end cannot escape as he tries to get around the corner. Jace Elrod is right there in the middle of the 1-6 on Sage Blackburn's chest to wrap the tight end up for a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
They had him as far as size, both height and weight.
Yeah, Blackburn comes up with the ball. I didn't see who forced the fumble there.
I think that might have been Seth Gunlock.
Watch it on the big screen there, coming across. Yep, I think that is number 20. That is Seth Gunlock. Good eye there, Jake. Look at you.
Yeah, you know,
Ray-Bans are doing something for you there.
I can go home now.
From up here. No, you can't go home now. You got to try to keep me somewhat straight. You got another 16 and a half minutes of game time. So the Hawks are back on offense. Walker Wright and company. He's joined in the backfield by Nick Bells. Walker right. Quarterback keeper. He tries to get himself through, and boy, he got slung down and bounced off, and then they pull his helmet off of the air. There's going to be a flag that comes in there. Wright was there, and the defender just came up and ripped his helmet off.
Well, I did see that number 27 got into the game. Jack Serene, he's a sophomore, and he is going to be a special person to watch over the next couple years develop.
Absolutely. He, I've seen him obviously in some sub-varsity stuff playing JV mostly this year. I think the Tigers only had a freshman team, so we have some of those guys getting a chance to come play tonight, and they do expect big things from him for sure. So personal foul there. The other thing that does is that does not require Walker Wright to come out of the game because his helmet wasn't removed via a play. It was removed via a frustrated Tiger. So this sets the Hawks up in good field position here. 1st and 10 inside Tiger territory at the 36-yard line as we'll go just inside of 4 minutes remaining in this third quarter. 2 to the left side, 1 on the right side. Right back there with Nick Bells. This time Bells gets the carry. He's going to be tripped up by Chase Johnson, the opposing quarterback. And I'm telling you, Nick Bells is a footstep away from breaking something over. And now he comes to get a breather as Jamarian Richardson comes back in. Send 2 receivers to the right, 1 on the left. Landon West over at the wingback fullback. Jay Rich looking for something around the left side. He'll be brought down after 3 or 4 yards. Isaiah Parker comes up to bring him down, and looks like maybe there's a Tiger player who is a little slow to get up out there on the field.
And Landon West is out there helping him.
Yep, got him
with his cramp.
Got himself a cramp. Landon says, "Hey, let me help you out here." I met a young man this evening, Jay, Eli Haltom. He's the deep snapper, and we were working the gate, keeping people, parking where they're supposed to be or not supposed to be, and he came pulling up and said, "Hey, I'm supposed to be back here. I'm a football player." I said, "Well, are you any good?" He goes, "I don't know. I'm just a deep snapper." And I said, "Hey, man, we got to have you every time. So far, you've done a great job." And so I said, "You know what? I'll see if I can't call your name out there on the broadcast tonight because you need those guys that show up." And so he wears number 30. Jackson Crow, the kicker, wears number 29. And so
there's going to be some moments this season that he's going to be more than just a
no
anything.
Doubt.
And those deep snappers, they try to work on that pop time and just try to get that as close to like 0.7, 0.75 as they can. And if you can get it to that number, you can go play Division I somewhere.
Offense back out there now. 1st down and 10. Walker Wright rolling to his left. It's going to be keeper the whole way. The ball comes out. The ball comes out. The Tigers say that they have it, and as Walker went toward the ground, it comes out, and they do. So we trade fumbles on the last 2 drives.
Walker gets up a little gimpy on his ankle.
Yeah. He had an issue at the beginning of the year during the Atlanta game.
And my call sheet only goes 2 deep. So should Walker need to sit out a series or 2, you just wonder who's going to be up. And that might be why we do see Serene out there.
Yep. They have to do something. Right now, though, it's going to be the Hawk defense that's going to need to step up and do something. 2:40 left in this third quarter as each team has traded fumbles on their last respective drives. So Chase Johnson and company back out there again this time. Handoff around the right side. Ashton Williams, junior tailback. Gets it up to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4. Second down and 6.
Terrell Patton came up from that linebacker role and got a chest of the Tiger running back there, but able to make that stop. Terrell showing pressure.
The same play coming to the right. This time, Williams bounces it out to the left, and he's going to be near the first down marker.
And Roland Ritchie there for the stop on that cutback. And Patton was showing some pressure coming off the side, and the Tigers picked him up very, very well.
Yeah, they saw it happen on that last play, and so we're going to have to chip this. Ashton Williams did a good job to reverse field there and kind of make that thing more than it was. 3 to the left side now, kind of stacked up over there, one by himself on the right. Johnson wants to throw, being pursued from behind. He's going to be brought down. Mama, there goes that man. B.J. Rochelle chases the quarterback down from behind. And the big senior defensive tackle wreaking some havoc out there as we roll down near a minute in this third stanza.
Yeah, good pressure there by the Hawks. Mason Williams, number 9, was wide open at the top of the screen there. So Johnson just not able to get set and see that open receiver. So good job there by the Pleasant Grove defense.
Tigers
back there.
Tigers now with everybody in tight. Little shovel pass. This time to Trent Boyd. And Boyd is not going to be able to get anywhere trying to come left. And that is Seth Gunlock who comes up to bring him down. He forced the fumble on that last defensive stand. And that time the cornerback comes up and makes a good tackle out in the open field.
Yeah, that's the best that the Hawks have played against that particular play call tonight. And Seth coming up big there for a loss there on third down.
And we're going to have a slight differential between game clock and play clock.
Looks like they'll have to call at least one play.
See if they can get this thing. And that's the end of the third period. They were perfectly in sync. So at the end of 3, Hawks 28, Tigers 6. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Texline Card House, where the stakes are high and the cards are hotter than ever. Here at Texline Card House, we deal in excitement, strategy, and unforgettable moments. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a first-timer, our tables cater to every level of skill and ambition. Join the poker revolution where every hand can be your winning hand. Get in on the action. Come see us at pokeratlas.com for all of our updates and experience the game like never before. Texline Card House is the best little poker house in Texas.
Meet Tony Langford Roofing, your trusted name in roofing solutions. Decades of experience and top-notch service. Passionate about your home safety, we treat every roof like our own. From repairs to full installations, we've got your home covered. Upgrade your roof with our variety of styles and materials. For roofs that last long, choose Tony Langford Roofing. We've got you covered.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Pleasant Grove as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here on Homecoming. Do want to remind you to make sure you say thank you to all the wonderful sponsors of Texarkana Game Day. All the commercials that you see during our broadcast are the folks who help us bring this to you each and every Friday night. Chase Johnson on 3rd down and 13 for the Tigers. Breaks out of a tackle from B.J. Rochelle, but he has nowhere to go with the pass. Matter of fact, it's caught over by one of the Hawk coaches, and so it'll be 4th down and 15 to go.
I think that was Coach Pearlman, wasn't it?
I think it was Coach Pearlman.
He's caught a few balls, especially baseballs.
You got Pearlman there. You got the brothers. They all start to look the same. When you get old, all these young coaches all look the same. You got the Harmon brothers, got Coach Pearlman there. A bunch of great young men, though, for sure. But Hawks almost get to this punt, and James Solomon calls for a fair catch, but it bounces off of his hands.
And gets back on it somehow.
And how he got, what an incredible hustle play by James Solomon. Made a little mistake there. The ball went over his head. He had called for the fair catch. He went through his hands and then just gets down there from, there were 2 Tigers way closer to that ball than he was. And, man, that could have been real dangerous down on our own 20-yard line.
Well, and that's why you're glad sometimes the ball's not round. Because that ball was definitely bouncing all sorts of ways to allow Solomon to be able to get back on it. And that allowed for Solomon to be able to come to the sideline with a little bit better conscience there.
You're going to have a conversation, but it may not be quite as heated as it was going to be. Walker right in the backfield gives this one to Buck Anderson. Buck Anderson, just a little off tackle right, picks up 6 yards on the play, and that was Brody Watts, rather.
Yeah, Brody doing some tough running. He had some great running this past week, in Paris, and his yards are tough to come by.
Yeah, Brody Watts really showed me some toughness last week, and got his number confused there with Buck. But yeah, you could certainly see as he ran that here. Watts again, this time going to the left. He's going to have enough for the first down, and goes through a couple of arm tackles and takes being rodeoed down to the ground. And there, the defender is a little bit slow to get up. That's number 13. That's Bryson Lee. He's wreaked havoc tonight quite a bit. And after that tackle, he comes up maybe a little banged up there. 1st and 10, Pleasant Grove. 2 receivers to the left side now. 1 out on the right side for Walker Wright. Gets the snap. Hands it off to Brody Watts. Goes left, cuts it back up the hash mark. I'll tell you, when Brody kind of ran out of options going to the left and just turned it north and south to pick up what he could, and got a quick little 4 yards there on first down.
Yeah, a little pace of play, change there. Nick Bell's coming in after Brody moves the ball a few plays in a row. See what play call Gibson has here.
Still like to see Nick Bells break one of these open. Hawks are going to send Preston Nicholson out to the right side. Gets the snap. Hands it to Nick Bells. Bells will be down inside the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Landon Fincher also getting some time on the offense here with Pleasant Grove. And Tamar Palmer makes another stop for the Tigers.
So 3rd down and 3 to go. Hawks trying to keep this offensive drive alive. 2 on the left, 1 right. Nick Bells. He is going to be about a yard shy. He was hit in the backfield, bounced off the first tackler, then dove forward, and it'll be 4th down and 1.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to have the punt team come out for Pleasant Grove. Tigers only sending back 1. That's going to be Trent Boyd, who did run a kickoff back last week.
Landon West. High end over end kick, and Boyd didn't call for a fair catch, and he was wrapped up immediately by Jace Elrod. And Elrod, I tell you that, you look at it, so it's a good open field tackle, but the main thing it is, Jay, is he didn't just line up and tee off on the guy and get an unnecessary penalty. Just kind of sidestep, wrapped him up, twisted him up, and made a good tackle. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Tigers at the 21.
Yeah, Jace has done a good job this year just doing punt coverage and really getting down there, coming off that gunner position. But just see what type of defense the Hawks come out with as far as just effort and execution here as we dropping to about 8 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in this game. We'd like to think that one more stop is going to be enough to really do it, to lock this game down.
Chase Johnson from the shotgun hands it off to the tailback. It's number 1, Ashton Williams. Just an off-tackle run to the right, and he's going to get 10 yards and have enough for the first down before Jaden Scales comes up from the secondary to make the tackle.
Yeah, definitely no quit there by Ashton Williams. Good, tough running. Finally drugged down there by Jaden Scales.
Lance Jackson out there across the front for the Hawks. The other end is Kenmarian Jones. Ball once again goes to Williams. And you can hear the Hawk band cranking back up as we start the 4th quarter. Maybe that'll put a little juice inside these Hawk players out here.
Yeah, Landon West coming up there for the stop for the Hawks.
B.J. Rochelle and DeCorey Cranford also across the front. Back at linebacker, we've got Buck Anderson, Landon West. Everybody in tight. Pitch this time to Tamar. There's a flag on the play. Tamar Palmer has enough for the first down temporarily. He steps out of bounds at the 44-yard line. We'll see what the penalty is here. It's in the area of a hold.
Yeah, with that cutback, I think that a Tiger reached across and tugged on a Hawk.
So it will be a hold marched off from the 35, so that'll move him back to the 25-yard line. It'll make it 2nd down and 16 to go. 7:45 now remaining in the contest on what has been a beautiful homecoming night. 2 receivers split to each side. Johnson wants to throw, looks right, looks left. Now he pulls it down to run, breaks out of the first tackle. Picked up maybe a yard before that second wave of Hawk defenders comes over. And Landon West is going to be the man finally credited with him. B.J. Rochelle had a chance right at the beginning of that play. And it'll be 3rd down and 14.
Yeah, good pressure there. Hawks just not giving Johnson any type of time to be able to try to find a receiver out there.
Look at that shot.
Yeah, number 6 for the Tigers once again has that height adjustment or height advantage over the Hawks. Tyler Brown. And that's the target.
Johnson. Woo! Man, you had talked about it all night long, and Brown had an opening there, and Johnson just put a little bit too far behind him. So on 4th down, the Tigers will be forced to punt.
Yeah, we just had a score of interest called out. Kilgore is trailing Gilmer 16-17, and that is who Pleasant Grove will travel to play on November 20th of next week.
Next week. Yeah, so Kilgore in a battle with Gilmer. Deep punt fielded by James Solomon. He fields it cleanly this time. Jumps forward. For a couple of yards there, and so Pleasant Grove will have it at our own 43-yard line. Again, if you didn't come to the game tonight, maybe if you're out of town or something like that, man, we hope you join us for our next home game. Such a fun environment for a football game, all the extra things that have been added. Not only that, we've got several hundred kids that participate every Friday to make this thing happen, and they would love your support. The 11 out here on the field would like your support from wherever you are. Walker Wright and company. As Walker wants to throw, firing down the field, incomplete. Trying to get to Spencer Browning, and he and the cornerback kind of ran into each other a little bit before that. Browning had a step. Ball was just a little bit short. And Spencer Browning showing off the wheels there on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, Mason Williams, back there, defensive back. And fortunate that Stephen Browning didn't come down with that.
2 on the right side now, 1 on the left side. Over on the right, the Hawks have Preston Nicholson and Roland Ritchie. And there's a flag. Looks like somebody up front for the Hawks might have got moving a little bit early. And they did, so we're going to back up 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, that was Jaden Withard wanting to jump off a little quick tonight, but just a sophomore. But he has done a good job as he's been playing line tonight.
Walker Wright. Woo. The ball comes out. I couldn't tell if this was an attempted shovel pass.
Ill-advised if it was.
Yeah.
I didn't see a Hawk out there.
No, and that's what I'm trying to see.
Just wonder if that knee was down first.
Of course, the Tigers wanting a fumble. We'll see how the referees get this one. All right, so they're going to call it intentional grounding. It'll be a spot foul. It'll also be a loss of down. I tell you, I'll exchange that for a fumble any day.
Especially on that part of the field. Giving the Tigers possibly a short field there, but 3rd and a lot.
3rd and many. Ball is at the 29-yard line. We need the Daingerfield 47 for a first down. 2 on the right side, 1 on the left side. Walker Wright hands the ball off to Nick Bells. Bells runs to the right, cuts it back north and south. Got maybe 3, got it up across the 30. And the Hawks have a man slow to get up out there. It looks like there. And we're going to take a break. We'll take a break with him. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
All right, welcome back. Well, the good news on that one, Jay, is that Nick Bells was able to get up and walk off under his own power. It looked a lot scarier when we saw that right at first. He is getting tended to by that incredible medical team that we have over there. It is 4th down, and so Pleasant Grove has Landon West set to punt. It's a high end-over-end kick. We'll take a Hawk bounce at the opposite 40 and get it down to the 36-yard line. And so that's where the Tigers will have it. There's 6 minutes and 2 seconds left in the ball game. The Hawks lead it 28-6 in a second half that saw a quick score from the Tigers as soon as we came out of halftime. And then after that, locked into a game that is a little bit reminiscent of last week, just defenses both out there landing body blows against the opposing offense. And really neither offense able to get much rolling here in the second half.
See what the Tigers have dialed up here.
Chase Johnson and company will come out on the field and scrimmage at their own 36-yard line. They have 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, twin backs in the backfield. Flank Johnson to either side. He gets the snap, hands it off to Williams. Williams, a little off tackle to the right, and now that offensive line from Daingerfield is getting a little bit of a push. That's a 4-yard pickup there.
Yeah, Kedron Smith came across the line and wrapped up quick and was pulled a few yards, but tackled there with just a short gain there of 4 yards for the Tigers.
Zion Lewis out there as well, playing on the defensive line, getting involved in the end of that one. So some guys with fresh legs out there for the Hawks. Jabrian Baltimore over in the right corner position. Johnson drops back to throw. Has a man in his face. It's Lance Jackson. He gets away from him. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Spins off the first tackler, and third guy there just wrapped him up. That's Buck Anderson. Buck Anderson wrestles the quarterback to the ground to be a loss of a couple. 3rd down and 8 now.
Yeah, Jabrian Baltimore here on the bottom of the screen here did a good job keeping 9 sort of bottled up. Johnson had no way to go, so he had to roll to the opposite side. He just had nothing there.
Two out to the left side, 1 on the right side now. Johnson wants to throw. Steps up into the pocket. Hit as he throws it. Floats and it's intercepted. Hawks have it, and we've got a return on. Seth Gunlock gets it back up to the 40. Gunlock's going to be credited with an interception. The defensive lineman who was in the quarterback's face, Gunlock might ought to buy him a Coke on Monday.
Yeah, you can do a half a sack, but you can't do a half
an interception. Yeah, maybe you just give one of those big cats up top some credit, because they certainly forced a bad throw. But a good job by Gunlock to get down there, catch that thing, and pull it down. So it's 1st and 10 Hawks at their own 45-yard line. 2 on the left side, 1 on the right side. Walker right, pitches it out to Brody Watts. Watts runs through the first arm tackle. He'll get 2 yards of forward progress before he's pushed back, and it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, we see number 2 coming into the game, Marion Richardson.
Now you see a few hands on the hips and deep breaths on the Daingerfield side. A lot of these guys going 2 ways. That time, number 12, Tanner Teeter, was a little slow to get up. Sage Blackburn, we've talked about him several times on offense. He was in on that one on defense as well. I tell you, at the end of this, Daingerfield may have an 0-3 record, but they are a pretty good football team, Jay.
I would expect they're either going to get 1st or 2nd in their district.
It's time to hand the ball off to Jamarian Richardson. Jay Rich, as they call him, will be about 2 yards shy of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
I'd keep giving it to them until they stop him.
Quickly back to the line, come to the Hawks. 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. They're listening to you. Jay Rich has it. He has a 1st down. Gets it down to the 42. And it's 1st and 10 Hawks. The coaches are just upstairs, Jay. I can send you up there with this headset and go up there and get them straight.
I don't know about that.
No, we certainly have seen some good things from Jamarian Richardson, and this is the time of the game. Put the ball in your best option to keep that clock rolling. Maybe get down and see if you can stretch the score a little bit. Walker right, rolling left, wants to throw, firing down the field, has a man there, caught! Roland Ritchie. Walker right hits him in stride. Beautiful pass by the junior, and Roland Ritchie comes all the way across the formation and pulls that one in. And it'll be first and goal, Hawks from the 9.
Well, there's going to be 3 plays in a row where the coaches are going to be happy with Jamarian Richardson because he picked up a blitzer for the Tigers there to give Walker Wright just enough time to get that ball in the air.
First and goal, Pleasant Grove. Fake the handoff, throw. Spencer Browning gets it in space. Spencer Browning tripped up and brought down near the 3. We'll see what the flag is. It comes from the referee. Back behind the play. It may have been one of those linemen out involved in a hold. We'll see. He was making an accusatory point there. Let's see what he's going to say.
Well, should this stand, that'll be Spencer Browning's first catch of the season, and I think the first of many.
Yeah, he really impressed me during some of those scrimmages. And certainly got back behind the defense earlier on a pass that was just a little bit short. What are we talking about here? Is he going to pick his flag back up?
If I get to continue coaching, I'm going with Watts.
I'd like to see Brody with a chance. All right, no flag on the play. I think they were discussing whether or not KJ Greer was down the field on that pass as they set that screen pass up. And so I think they talked about they were pointing at that, and that may have been where we were. Second and goal from the 4. Walker right, rolling left, throws, touchdown! Hawks!
Landon West with the touchdown reception. Setting the Hawks up to possibly put 35 on the board here if Yao can come through.
Waiting on the kick from Yao. The kick is up and good. In the first quarter, he got his first career extra point. That was his 7th. 2:34 remaining in the ball game. Hawks 35, Tigers 6. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room MRI.
Welcome back, Hawk fans. 2:34 remaining in the ball game. Hawks leading it 35-6. And the Hawk band has this crowd pumped up. Deep kickoff returned by Ashton Williams, and he's going to get it up to the 22-yard line. Buck Anderson coming down the field to make the stop, and he got the coaches fired up as they come out across the field.
We've got 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go. There's still some things that I think the defense can try to work on and try to get the offense the ball back one more time.
First and 10 for the Tigers from their own 23.
Number 61, Jamie King getting some time in there on the line. Desmond Hutchison as well.
Number 26, Marcus Floyd in at linebacker. Jamie King lost his helmet. He was having none of it. He stayed involved in the play. He's going to have to come out for a second. He did not let that get in the way of him trying to make that tackle.
He just wanted everybody to see.
See those luxurious locks up on top of that head?
I'm jealous.
Jamie is a great young man. I've known him for a long time.
And just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 receiver on the right side. Chase Johnson and company. Rolls to his right, fires, and it is incomplete. Almost had a Hawk Healer involved in that play. She managed to jump out of the way.
Yeah, Johnson really having to do some moving back there in the pocket. This line that is relatively non-starters, making some good pressure there, and even better coverage back there on the defensive backs.
So it will be 2nd down and 6. For the Tigers. 3 on the left side, 1 way wide on the right side. Johnson drops back, men in his face. Spins away from 1, not the second one, throws this one out of bounds, incomplete. Not sure if anybody was close to that. The coaches on the Hawk side want unintentional grounding penalty.
Yeah, Kia Ringwood there with the pressure, and good camera work there by the band and the cheerleaders. Anytime you're a Hawk fan and you start hearing that rendition at the end of the game, it's normally a good sign to look at the scoreboard.
And some good things are happening, and we do certainly appreciate all those groups for what they add to this Friday night environment. High snap over the punter's head, and this one is going to be down all the way at the 2-yard line. And so Pleasant Grove will take over on offense, 1st and goal. And here's where, see, we have, you can end this game with 3 kneel downs. We'll see if that's what we do and whether or not the Tigers try to call a timeout. Hawks do come back out. Landon West is there. Brody Watts is out there. They hand the ball to Watts. Watts dives forward, and he is in. Touchdown, Hawks. Good to see Brody Watts punch it in there. The senior has had some tough runs over the last couple of weeks, and certainly deserving that one there, and good to see that young man reach pay dirt.
Yeah, that's his first TD of the season, and I like the way that he runs. Just puts that helmet down and tries to go downhill.
Kick is up. This one just over the upright. And it's good. Hawks lead at 42-6. We'll take a break. 1:16 remaining in the ball game. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Tired of the annual hassle of hanging holiday lights? Or the recurring cost of paying someone else to do it? Forget those struggles and invest in the convenience and year-round beauty of Gemstone Lights. Permanent architectural and holiday lighting that you control. With Gemstone Lights, access over 1,000 pre-built patterns for festivities throughout the year. Easily alter them through our user-friendly app. When not in season, Gemstone Lights serve as stunning permanent architectural lighting, bringing a continual majestic touch to your home. Experience the magic of gemstone lights today. Available through Livewire Electrical Services, Texarkana's authorized gemstone lights dealer.
James Solomon set to kick off for the Hawks once again. High end over end kick. Send the ball carrier all the way back to the 2-yard line. That is C.T. Elkins on the return for the Tigers. He'll be down inside the 30. At the 28, we've got 1 minute and 7 seconds left. I do want to say a quick thank you. Hug and Haul Equipment, you've seen their stickers on a lot of the stuff around here. They've been very involved with the construction going on around here. They noticed that part of the project that we're doing out on the baseball field is to add some lighting out there in these parking lots. That part's not done yet. Matter of fact, that electricity's not there. And so David Melson with Hug and Haul brought us over a couple of light trees. They're going to bring them to us every game this year just to keep all the Hawk fans safe back there in the north parking lot. We just certainly appreciate community members like David and like Hug and Haul for being able to help us out with that. All right, 1:07 left. Tigers with a different quarterback in the game. That's Tanner Teeter. And they hand the ball off to Tamar Palmer. He is a sophomore. This you seem like probably the battery as they next year that you'll see. Tanner Teeter is a junior. Palmer is a sophomore.
Yeah, Jamie King there to help fill up the center of that line there for the stop.
Second down and 10. And this time, the ball carrier is C.T. Elkins. We just saw him on the turn. He's a sophomore. He makes his way up across the 35 to the 36.
Looks like they're going to just let this clock run out.
And that's going to do it. That's the way it's going to end. Your final here on Homecoming. Hawks 42, Tigers 6. Pleasant Grove Hawks will move to 2-1 on the season as we will make our way next week down to Kilgore as we've got 2 more games in this pre-district tilt. Kilgore next week. We'll be back home against Sunnyvale 2 weeks from tonight right here at Hawk Stadium. We hope to see all of you then. Jay, we came into tonight wondering what we're going to see from this Hawk offense. We saw some good things from 2 different quarterbacks, kind of 2 different halves going on there. Third quarter was a little bit slow, and then the offense came on a little bit stronger as we went. Once again, an incredible performance by this Hawk defense, giving up the first touchdown on the year on that first drive in the third quarter. But beyond that, just an incredibly fast, swarming, hard-hitting Hawk defense out there that you hope you continue to build on as we go. Biggest thing I want to see is how well do we get healed up as we move next week into Kilgore and just try to make sure we can get into this district fight as healthy as possible. What are some of your biggest takeaways from this game tonight?
Well, I liked a lot of the offense that we saw that Pleasant Grove added in just 3 days.
Yep.
And so I am very interested in seeing not necessarily what they're able to do next week with Kilgore, but Sunnyvale.
Yeah.
I think for me that's really going to be the test of where this offense has been able to come from. And you just hope that Jarrett Halter is going to be able to get some relief on that ankle and that there's nothing serious, and he can get some treatment and back out there. And there's a big task in front of them for this next week with Kilgore.
Yep.
They're a very, very good team, very physical team, and so you just hope that the Hawks, like you said, are able to get healed up and give full effort of the entire team next week.
And so, Jay, a homecoming night, a big crowd, some beautiful weather out here, and just lots of good stuff. You graduated from here. You've been in this community for a long time. Your kids went here. Just As Hawk fans come back, and as hey, we tell them, hey, come back and watch this. What are some of your, the biggest things that maybe you would just want to tell people out in the community, or how? What are you thinking about everything that's going on here around the high school and just around the district in general with all the stuff we've got going on?
Well, we had three classes doing their reunion this weekend, and I had a chance to spend some time with the class of '94, and pride is an understatement.
Mm-hmm.
They all got to do a tour today and got to spend some time with Coach Gibson. And they're very, very proud of what Pleasant Grove has become, and it goes all the way back to the very first time that Pleasant Grove fielded a football team when it was just a 7th grade team.
Wow!
And I believe that was like maybe '74. And so, you look at it from, comparison to other school districts. I mean, Pleasant Grove's relatively still young.
Absolutely.
And so just to see the excitement that the three, classes have been able to, already experience this week, I'm just glad the W came, but I'm just glad they were able to come back and see everything. And even tonight, I saw some new things with the lights. And just the technology that we have. But it's just a good time to see our community be able to have this experience and for our students as well.
Absolutely. So lots of good stuff going on. Very exciting around here, and just certainly glad to be a part of what's happening here in Pleasant Grove. So that'll do it for us here. For everyone at Texarkana Game Day, for Jay Davis, I'm Matt Fry. Your final from Hawk Stadium, 42-6 on homecoming. We'll see you next week down in Kilgore. Jay, any parting words?
Go Hawks.
We'll see you next week. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on